What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City reaction video, where today I'm going to be doing my match reaction, match analysis and match review of Manchester City's 1-0 win away from home in the Premier League at Tottenham Hotspur, where I do feel like the Tottenham Hotspur away curse at their new stadium is over. Winning their last season in the FA Cup, winning their last season in the Premier League, and making it back-to-back away wins against Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. So, you know, we'll take it. We will take it. Honestly, I never thought I'd see the day where City even scored a goal at the stadium. Never mind win, so be able to do it in consecutive seasons. Fantastic. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It's free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to come follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So I feel like for this game, it was very much a game that's made up of two halves. Manchester City, for me, by far the better team in the first half, in particular in the first 30 minutes or so. Tottenham grew into the game, and by the second half were the better team, and neither side really that clinical from this game. So Manchester City, first 30 minutes, had 4 big opportunities, and to me, at least 2 of them opportunities. 1 in every 2 is normally the ratio that I'd be looking for to be clinical, and that would have seen Manchester City get that killer 2-goal cushion, a couple of goals to be relied upon, and with how strong Manchester City's defensive structure was looking, with a lot of energy. Let's not forget the average age of City's squad here today was 24 years old. It wasn't concerning me too much about the fresh legs or pace or physicality of the game, which I thought Manchester City managed really well in that first half. Now, as I said, Tottenham did slowly start to get to grips on the game as the game went on, in particular into that second half, forcing Manchester City onto the back foot. They were committing players forward, and in response to that, it was forcing Manchester City to drop a little deeper than what we normally do and what we're normally quite comfortable with, and it looked a bit disjointed. It meant that Manchester City had to try and manage this game, which I don't think has been Manchester City's strength for this season. But sometimes when you've played well, but you've not taken your opportunities, but you've still managed to grab a goal, it's important that you don't concede, and we've managed to do so. Whether that be due to Tottenham's poor finishing and them not being clinical, or Manchester City looking a little sharper when it comes to our defending, or whether we're putting it down to the save from Ederson at the end on Heung-min Son. All these things have an impact on the game, but I just think that Manchester City overall just about edged this game for me with how dominant Manchester City were. There were clear-cut opportunities in that first half that City should have come away with more than just 1 goal. Great to have Erling Haaland started, and I always feel like Manchester City looked much sharper in attack having Erling Haaland available to us, because I just feel like it just gives us a little bit more oomph in attack, whether that be through Marmoush, which we saw in his hat-trick against Newcastle, Jeremy Doku having a very good game in particular in that first half today, and unlucky not to be credited with the assist for Erling Haaland's goal, or Savinho making himself known. Now, Savinho's game management not great in this game. His finishing pretty poor in front of goal, and I think it's a big learning lesson for Savinho, but that doesn't mean I'm getting on his back. You know, I'm going to give players a couple of seasons, and when you're still in your early 20s, it's going to take time to be able to develop, and that's a big learning curve that hasn't ultimately had any impact on this result for Manchester City, which is brilliant because it's helping to develop a high-quality young player who I have no doubt in 4 or 5 seasons' time will be a very good attacking player, hopefully still with Manchester City. So I'm not overly too concerned about that. Now, we do need to work on our finishing going into our game against Plymouth on Saturday. There will be some rotation in place from Manchester City, and if there is rotation in place, we may see opportunities come about a little less than what we're normally used to, which means when the opportunities are there, you do have to be clinical. So we've got to be working on making sure that we're putting the ball into the back of the net, because we're very good at getting our wingers involved in the game. But yeah, we still sit here. Doku had a good game, not come away with an assist or a goal. unlucky not to come away with the assist, but still, the record show, not come away with an assist or a goal. Savinho not coming away with an assist or a goal. And everyone's really happy to get on the back of Jack Grealish for these said things. But here we are with other wingers starting, and once again, just calling into question that I want to see a little more from Manchester City's attackers, because I do feel like there has been, in a large majority of this season, an over-reliance from Manchester City on Erling Haaland, who's managed to grab the only goal of this game with a well-taken goal. Could have had a brace, and of course maybe should have had a brace at the end with his goal that was ruled out by the referee, and VAR saw no clear and obvious error for them to overturn the referee's decision, despite the ball not seemingly ever touching Erling Haaland's hand, and if it did, on the upper parts of his arm and shoulder, which isn't legally classed as handball. And if there was any handballs in there, which I didn't think that there was, it would have gone to a Tottenham defender rather than a Manchester City attacker. So in the end, they've decided to stick with the on-field decision, which the referee has decided to rule the goal out. So I'm not going to sit here and waffle all day about VAR and them taking 3 minutes to come to that conclusion, which to me just wasn't the correct decision for me. To me, if there's no arm in use, you just got to look at it and say, is Erling Haaland, has he handballed it? It's a simple yes or no, not it's inconclusive, we're not too sure, or what's not. And in the end, it could have been very frustrating, in particular had that late opportunity for Spurs being put away, that had come away with a point when we should have been 2-0 up just a minute earlier. So again, just a talking point which ultimately hasn't had any impact on this result, which means after tonight, it's just going to get brushed away when obviously there'll be other games where VAR will have a serious impact on the game. So here we are, in my opinion, again, seeing VAR come in and wrong decisions being made. But it is what it is. It's a big 3 points for Manchester City. We remain in the top 4. We're bidding for Champions League football. We've got a huge game coming up next in the Premier League against Nottingham Forest away from home, a really big away game. Because if we can win that, we go third, and we're looking rather comfortable going into some pretty favourable games for Manchester City, albeit against teams who are still trying to compete for European spots, the likes of Brighton coming up. But to me, winnable games coming up, and when we're playing once a week, there's every opportunity that we can keep our squad nice and fresh. So I do feel like it's just a case of trying to get to the March international break. We could have done with some points against Liverpool, we didn't, and Liverpool clinical. I don't think it was the City's best performance either of the season, but first 30 minutes City were fine. Rest of the game, Spurs were up in the ante, but we've managed to manage the game, and we've managed to come away with a 1-0 win. It's 3 points, and if we can go out and pick up a couple more wins before the international break in the Premier League, then Man City are looking very comfortable about finishing for Champions League football for next season, which is the minimum expectation that we'd be looking for the season. So we're not too far away, and it has been, for in terms of the Premier League match day number 27, been a pretty successful round of fixtures for Manchester City as things stand. So hopefully we can continue to build on that, and we can continue to try and get a scrambled bit of success come the end of the season. But all attention now turns towards trying to be clinical, and Man City's opportunity about winning a trophy and getting a bit of silverware come the end of the season in the FA Cup against Plymouth on Saturday. We're still waiting for us to work on injuries and fitness. We can't do that till we're playing once a week, and once we've made it past Plymouth, it will see City for the foreseeable future playing every 7 days rather than every 3 to 4 days, which will do Man City's injuries and fitness the world of good. We've survived here against Spurs. Spurs not clinical. City, we've got a goal, not really that clinical, but we've done enough to get the 3 points. And quite frankly, we've not had a lot of luck this season, and we've not had a lot to celebrate. So I will take this win, and we will move on to the next game. So they've been my thoughts, guys. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. That would be much appreciated. It lets me know that you are enjoying the videos. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And finally, do go and check out my social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.